Okay. This one more little bolted. Oh, got it. Oh, God. Okay, I'm done.
Hey, Luke, good morning.
Oh, God. Not so loud. I'm a little drunk from last episode, or poisoned. I never figured out which.
Oh yeah, thanks man. We heard you guys covered for us when we got fired. I mean, I gotta say, it feels good to be back in gainful employment.
Yeah, you never know how much you miss all those unattainable goals, micromanaging, and threats of bodily harm until they're gone, you know?
You really need to read that article I sent you about Stockholm Syndrome. I mean, I just can't believe that we're actually back at our jobs after everything we said.
Wait, but I thought last episode was like an April Fool's prank or a dream or whatever.
Felt like it.
Nope, all that definitely did happen. You were there, dude, you don't remember?
No, it's all kind of like fuzzy. I must have been like really drunk. Oh, or dying from poison. I guess jury's still out on that one.
Yeah, it was weird. Why did we keep talking about story scripts and like that nothing we did was real?
I don't know. I mean, who doesn't question reality when you're drunk?
You know what I always say, what happens in April Fools stays in April Fools.
No, you don't.
Yeah, except for Luke's vomit. That stayed on your chair.
What?
Oh, sorry about that. I forgot I could still do that. I mean, hopefully this thing will make it up to you.
Yeah, what is that thing anyway?
Oh, Jake said he needed a mount installed for the episode today.
A mount for what?
Oh, the Bwaaaaaaaa machine.
The what?
Oh, God, what is that noise? I think I'm gonna throw up again. JV, can I use your desk real quick?
What? No, do it out the window.
Woo, there you go. Hey, did you guys order a 10-foot-tall battle horn?
Oh, yeah, I'll sign for it.
Oh my God. Guys, how did you know I've always wanted an obnoxiously large battle horn? My raid group is gonna freak.
It's not for you! Yeah. Whew. It's for the show. Last head-to-head battle, we had such an intense ending that I thought we could spice up the beginning a little bit.
And you're gonna do that with a horn?
Not just a horn, a big-ass drum, too. It's just like in the movie trailers.
So you want to make our show sound like a movie trailer?
Well, yeah, we're covering 2 blockbuster superhero franchises today. What better way to pay homage to them to give our whole production a makeover, complete with cliche sound effects and costumes and all that stuff?
Hell yes, dude. Costumes. Can we dress up as anyone we want?
I think Terry has the wardrobe to dress you as literally anything you can imagine.
Nice.
Speak of the devil. Hello, fellas. I'm here to take the measurements for your costumes.
Hell yeah, Terry, prepare to be amazed. I've been working on diagrams for this perfect hero costume for years now.
You have?
You haven't?
No, what, Jake?
You never know when you could be bit by something radioactive.
What?
Wow, normies, am I right?
Yeah. Psh, normies.
That's...
All right, guys. Are you ready to have an action-packed episode full of superhero tropes that everyone just can't get enough of?
Well, it's not the episode I wanted, but it's the one our listeners deserve. Whoa, what the fuck?
Hell yeah, nice Batman reference, dude. It set off the Bwaaaaaaaa sensor.
That wasn't even a reference. It's just how I feel. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, let me try. That's my secret, podcasters. I'm always odd.
That's not the actual line. That's...
I am Luke Man.
Nobody calls you that. What is going on?
We live in a society.
That's not even the line. That's not the whole line. Hello and welcome to GameCorp, the best podcast this side of the video game dimension. We are your hosts, Cowboy.
I'm Jake.
And I'm JB, a.k.a. I'm Jetban.
Did you say Jetban?
I'm Jetban.
Japan?
Jetband?
I'm Jetban.
Jetman.
I'm the Jark Bite.
The Jark Bite.
Jark
Street
Bite,
Shark?
I am the Knight.
Jetban. You're really reaching lately with these. You're really reaching. You're going to need to go back to the whiteboard.
Okay, today we're battling 2 games for the title of game that makes you feel like a superhero between Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy and DC's Batman Arkham City. And sorry, Spider-Man, this time this battle's not for you.
Yeah.
Pretty excited for this
Sorry,
one today.
Spidey.
He's had too
Sorry,
much
Spidey.
limelight. He doesn't need
exactly.
Yeah.
And the whole point of this was we wanted to pit one of Marvel's new hotnesses that I noticed it hasn't been in the spotlight too much. You don't hear a lot of people talking about the Guardians of the Galaxy game. In fact, before this battle, I mean, it wasn't even in my radar.
Right.
And yeah, we're going to find out how it fares against the Titan that is Arkham City, one of the, I guess, pinnacles of superhero gaming.
Yeah, the linchpin of DC's entire universe hangs on Batman and this game.
Yes. It's one of the few things they do good. Oh, shots fired! Sorry, DC fans. Oh my God. Anyway.
And Guardians of the Galaxy, I think, got some nominations at the Game Awards too. So it's somewhere in there, like sound or story or something. It got nominated.
Right, I didn't even know. Nobody
much like the movies, much like the movie franchise and the characters themselves, Guardians of the Galaxy is the underdog here, but
for sure.
It's a very scrappy underdog. Like, it has a very good chance of taking the victory today.
Very scrappy.
We will see. We will see later in the episode. Also, let's go ahead and address this. I know, dear interns, you can't see it, but we did, in fact, legitimately, you can never fact check this because how could you? We did dress for the occasion. In fact, I'm sitting here dressed as my favorite Italian Spider-Man. And what are you guys?
Oh, I mean, I figured that the listeners could hear it, you know, in my voice and hear the suit. I am Danny DeVito's Wolverine.
Absolutely. I can tell right off the bat. Like, the voice is just so good.
Yeah, and you can always hear the chink of the claws every time you move around.
Yeah. And the upper part of my spandex doesn't cover my stomach so much, so there's like a hairy belly button kind of sticking out, like this pudginess. You see it. I put on weight for this role. I ate a whole bunch, and then
Very
I've
Christian
been
Bale.
practicing the voice. Hey, I'm Wolverine. I'm Danny DeVito.
Whoa,
I'm Danny DeVito, but I'm also Wolverine, bub. Hey, I got knife hands.
I didn't know we had a
hands are knives.
guest today. This is amazing.
Yeah, that was me.
Yes,
so good.
absolutely.
Look at me, Jake. When you hear it's coming out my mouth, he's not here. That's me.
He's not. You're basically Detective Pikachu right now. I can't handle it.
Oh, and then I've been practicing Danny DeVito's Detective Pikachu, which is, hey, I'm Pikachu. I'm Danny DeVito, but I'm Pikachu.
God,
Pika
Pikachu.
Pika.
Oh my God.
Hey.
Where'd Cowboy go?
No, Jake, look at me when it's me.
Oh, Cowboy, you're
Yeah,
back.
look at my mouth. It's coming from me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Cool, huh? JB, what are you?
Well, of course. I mean, I'm the one and only, the most famous Japanese manga series character. I got the spiky blonde hair. I got the blue band across my head with the symbol on it.
Oh.
I do, like, cool finger movements. Like, of course.
The finger tutting.
Yeah.
You're Naruto.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
No.
Huh?
What? I'm obviously Aang from Avatar. The Last Airbender. I got the whiskers.
Mhm.
No. That,
I can duplicate my body using finger move.
using jutsu.
Yeah.
No,
Just like Avatar Aang.
Just like Naruto.
So
Yeah,
Aang is bald.
Have you
Aang is bald with a blue
Wait,
arrow.
have you ever watched either of them?
Have you? Did you just flip through a Shoujin Jump magazine really quick right before the episode? Because I saw that you had it, and I thought that was weird.
Just kidding, guys. Yeah, that was just a joke.
Yeah.
I'm not
Naruto, the guy from
This
Fortnite.
is what you spent months working on? This is your big grand design that you showed Terry?
Oh.
You didn't even know who it was. Also, I want to contest superhero.
Well, just kidding. Just kidding. I was just
Okay,
joking.
let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and
I'm
finger
actually
tut
Superman.
let's finger tut our way out of
I
that
hate
situation.
That. Finger tut. It's called
All right.
called fast fingering.
It's
Oh.
Nope.
That's better.
It's power fingering.
All right,
No, that's
all right,
worse.
Anne, hit us with a listener question. I heard that we got some in. Please?
No,
What? Why not?
I've learned that if I say no to you, there's literally nothing you meat donuts can do about it.
Meat? Don't. That's kind of harsh. I mean, we never call you names, Anne.
It wasn't an insult, simply an observation. You're basically a tube with a hole in the middle that you shove food through. You're literally a meat donut.
All right. I guess. Well, okay. No listener questions today, guys. let's go ahead and move on to
Incoming pod drop from floor 22.
Right. Cool. All right. Thanks, Dan.
Shut up, meat donut.
Okay, hand me the tube.
All right, here you go.
Thanks. All right, this round of listener questions is brought to you by Simmons Styling Cream, making anime hair a disturbing reality since 2016.
Hey, that's what I used for my avatar. I mean, anyway.
Yeah. All right. So this question comes in hot from 1H1D, podcast friends. Hey, how you doing? They ask simply, so what's your favorite co-op game of all time? And asking for a friend at Gaming Together Pod. I see what you did there. So yeah, what's your guys' favorite co-op game of all time?
CJ is always on his grind. He's always networking. I love him. Can we? I want to do a mix of nostalgic and current because I always feel like I like to separate the two. Nostalgically, back in the day, Toe Jam and Earl was the shit. It was one of the first like procedural generation games that was fun. Do y'all remember that game? You know how it works?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we played it a lot together. Yeah.
Okay. Well, and I think our demographic is 5th to 7th grade. So I'm going to explain it a bit because they won't know what it is. Toe Jam and Earl is you're these two aliens, these funky ass aliens who land on Earth. And you have to go through these procedurally generated levels that just make fun of Earthlings in general. Like if an alien wanted to make fun of us and characterize us, that's how they do it. It's just fun. You collect presents, which have like mystery power-ups, so even those are random. And then you drop through, you find the elevator and go to the next level. And it's just level after level of just being able to run around with your buddy in these random environments. Like almost the first roguelite. Like it's so great that they had it back then. And I knew that I'd have a love for that genre since then. So that's my pick for nostalgic. Modern? I don't know, Portal.
Wait. You mean Portal 2?
Portal 2. It's a good game.
All right, what about you, JB?
Well, like Cowboy, I kind of separate the two eras, right? So there's like the old school and the new school. And I'm trying to think of like games back in the day that I just loved playing co-op. And there's one that kind of sticks out in my mind, which is, it's so weird. Cowboy might remember this. So back in the day, we would get these demo discs for the computer.
Yeah.
And there would be like, 10,000 demos all in one CD, right? And we ended up playing this one game this one time called Dogs of War.
Oh, yeah. Some of the PC games back then were wild fun. Two-person.
And Dogs of War was like it was our first like roguelite, really.
Mm-hmm.
And you're these two like military guys, and you're traveling in this very dark scene together. And it would go like if you were near each other, it would be a single screen, and if you separated, it would go split screen. Very cool technology. And you would go around killing enemies, picking up weapons and items, grenades, whatever. And your whole entire goal was to beat the game. And we put so much time into that demo, and every once in a while I'll be like, I want to play that game again, and I'll go like Google it. You can't find it anywhere.
Yes,
it like only exists on that demo disc. It's so strange.
Interesting.
And it's funny. It was kind of like foundational to twin stick shooters because nowadays games.
These games, gays.
Nowadays games are not that different from what that game started with. There's been like improvements to graphics and whatnot, but man, the fact that they had just twin stick shooter co-op down that early is like, I don't know, a testament to like early developers. Dudes were creative. Yep. They just nailed it. First take.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And as far as like modern goes, I mean, this isn't super modern. It came out in 2008. Castle Crashers. I loved Castle Crashers. It was such a great game. I play it with anybody, anytime. If anybody wants to play it, I will play Castle Crashers. Choosing your character, leveling up the way you want to. Each of them has different magic. You can unlock new characters, DLC to get like the king and the guy who heals and like all this stuff, different armor, different weapons, different pets. And there's just so much to do in that game. It never gets old. I love that game so much.
Yeah, and it's got that classic brawl style of like the arcade Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Simpsons and stuff. I feel like it's like a spiritual successor to fill that gap ever since arcades died.
Yes, I completely agree.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Or what about you, Jake?
Yeah, speaking of arcade brawlers in that era, I would say, like, classically, it would be games like that. I have really fond memories of playing the SNES Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games, like Turtles in Time, Hyperstone Heist, all that stuff. Just the side-scrolling beat-em-ups as Ninja Turtles. I loved that stuff. When I was a kid, I liked Ninja Turtles quite a bit. So any of that stuff. There was also a game, and I think it was called Kingdom of Dragons? Something like that. It was also a side-scrolling beat-em-up, but it was medieval. And it was the same style. I mean, I feel like it was kind of a clone to, oh my God, Golden Axe. But it was but it was a little different. The Golden Axe is another good one. But it was like that. Those classic side-scrollers. I feel like that was kind of the pinnacle of co-op gaming back in the day. Because not a lot of games would do it right back then, but it hit the mark. More modern, man, I don't know. I like the games that we have been playing, like all through last season. We played a lot of games that were co-op together, and I loved them. I'm not usually a co-op guy because I usually don't have an option to do that, but oh my God, the stuff that we did. Phasmophobia was so cool to play together. Yeah. Episode 3 last season, all of the game to hate your buddies to, all of those super fun to play. One that sticks out that's a little more modern though, which is kind of weird because the inevitable march of time is making it almost classic. Halo 3.
Yeah.
Back in the day when Halo 3 was new, when we were young, spry, young 20-somethings, I worked overnight in a pancake house. And we would bust our ass all night, and then we would go home at 6 in the morning and get drunk at 6 in the morning and play Halo for like 4 hours a day, every single day in a really big group. I have fond memories of doing that, and we did that for so long. Halo 3... I mean, it has a special spot in my heart for like those times of couch co-op, and I'll never forget it.
Especially at that age, Halo 3 has, or any of the Halo games, honestly, because of the gameplay, has one of my favorite drinking games ever. You can attach to it, especially, your college age, hanging out with your buddies. You're a passionate young gamer. You play a game called The Gentleman, and it is a game where you have to be so gentlemanlike in every time you die. So if you die from a grenade, you cannot say bullshit or that shouldn't have killed me or I got him. It's a zero salt run. And every time that you do provide salt, that you're not a gentleman about anything, you have to take a drink. And so there's this begrudging thing where you die and you go, what? Nice kill, sir. Very nice kill. And if you don't say things like that, then you have to drink. And the more you drink, the worse it becomes. It becomes so hard to be like, that was fair. I deserve to die there. That was not bullshit that he shot me from a sniper 360 no scope. That's not dumb at all. He's not hacking. Nah, dude, take a drink. You're salty.
Oh, God, I remember that game,
It's such a fun game, dude.
It's like you dug that out of the graveyard of my mind.
Yeah.
I feel like I forgot it because we drank so much playing it.
It's like that. There's this Japanese show called like Quiet Library or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where you have to do these things and like just hold in. And this sense of repression just creates a really fun time where everyone's cracking up.
Mm-hmm.
Another kind of memory I have of playing Halo was doing Mario beatboxing.
Oh, yeah. You and me used to do that.
Cowboy would beatbox and I would do like mouth trumpet stuff, and we would do like Mario music just on the voice chat in a lobby and never stop. It was so good.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And people, half the people would just flame so hard. Shut up, because back then gaming was full of angry people. But then half the people would be like digging it. They'd be like, "Hey, shut up! I like this. This is neat."
This is
Yeah.
But and we had like a cycle of songs, right? We would jump from like Tetris to Mario,
basically to 8-bit beatboxing kind of stuff. And we weren't the best. We're not going to be on TikTok with it, but we weren't bad. It was fun. It was something to do.
You had fun with it. Halo was so good for just weird, pranky griefing too.
Oh,
like remember Moon Monster, Cowboy?
Oh God, yeah. Moon Monster.
Okay. So, hey, Moon Monster, if you're listening 20 years later or whatever, yeah, man, that was us. We found this little. Okay, it's gonna sound bad. Let me start. It sounds bad in the beginning, but we found a kid. And his gamer tag was Moon Monster.
No,
and
it was Mono Monster, but we just called him Moon Monster instead.
We called him Moon Monster, and we forcefully teamed up with him. and we started following him everywhere. And we informed him that our new name was Team Cream. And that we had his back, and we just would not leave him alone.
Well,
we followed him through games. And we started asking him really obviously personal information, like his home address. We're like, "What's your home address, kid? What's your home address? What's your mom's name?" Team Cream, what's your mom's name? And like, looking back at it, it's probably a felony, but it was really fun while we did it.
Well, it was really fun because it was so obvious that we didn't mean it.
It was pretty obvious, yeah.
But the funny thing that when you say we followed him, there's this weird thing with the Xbox 360 that when you played with somebody and then the match ends and everybody dissipates, you can actually go into the recent players and click on a random person and say join their game. Yeah. You could just stalk somebody. And Moon Monster was just going off playing games, and then we would show up in his lobby and be like, Moon Monster, we're here to help you win.
We're here again. You could count on us. Team Cream.
So this kid just has like these bodyguards. And we were good at the game. That was our main game. We were good at Halo 3. And we would just like keep him alive. We'd call him like the VIP, make sure he couldn't die, jump in front of his grenades. And we just like mentored this kid. But at the same time, we'd be like, dude, nice shot. What's your home address? Because it's such a weird thing to say. Hey, what's your physical address, Moon Monster? I want to mail you something.
Yeah.
And then we did tell him never, we were just like, we're joking, never actually give that information out. And he didn't. He had voice chat and he was just joking with us. But, you know, you don't do that nowadays. You don't follow a kid around and just have a weird, fun night. Like, I wonder if he remembers it.
Oh my God. Probably does. If he ever listens to the show, wouldn't that be fucking wild if he does? He'd be like, those guys.
Find Moon Monster.
Find Moon Monster. Make it your mission. Listeners,
retweet this phrase I'm saying right now.
This is your official intern mission.
I don't know how
your
that works.
intern mission of this episode. Find
Moon
Mono Monster?
Mono Monster.
Find
From
Mono
Xbox
Monster.
360, yeah.
Tweet him, retweet him, send him this way so we can say hi.
him.
Hashtag him. And make sure to get his blood type and social if you can.
And get his physical address.
Yeah, maybe his physical address. That'd be cool.
He's like 19 now. Cool. He's probably like married in his 20s with how long it's been.
Oh, I'd like to meet his wife. Yeah.
I would like to
get her information.
Get her. Okay. To bring it back.
So is Halo the answer? Halo 3?
Well, hold on. Yeah. To bring it back, because I gave such a shitty, like, second answer, Portal.
What?
Well, I want to throw out a few things because I've been playing a game recently, and JB, you'll know this, and there is a member of our community, an intern named Lilith, who turned me on to this, and she told me about Dungreed, and I thought it was just a whatever game. I had a blast with it. That is such a fun game. It's a great roguelite. It's a little 8-bit. It looks dinky and not fun at all, but you can play co-op. I was playing with my son on stream, and he took over the role of the dog, and you get this dog with a gun. Literally, you're this adventurer with a sword and a shield, and you're picking up random weapons like a scythe, and it's cool. And I enabled co-op, and here's a dog with a gun to follow me around.
That's such a good idea. I love when games just, they get clever with it. They have a sense of humor.
But it's got a bit of Dead Cells in it. It's got some of that in it. It feels really like Ninja fly around smacky. It's a roguelite, so you try to get as far as you can, and you carry back progress to the main screen and spend points to do better and better runs. And it's really fun. It was surprisingly fun. I'm kind of a little bit addicted to it now. Great co-op game. So I know Gaming Together, you're probably listening. This answer's for you. You probably wanted recommendations. Try out Dungreed. It's a blast with two people, and I'm loving it. I'm surprised.
All right, well, there you have it, 1H1D. The answer, as always, is get Moon Monster's information and send it to us. And as always...
We should all cooperate to get Moon Monster's personal information. It's co-op.
As always, you can send us listener questions through, any of our social media streams. Hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, DM us. You can send us voicemails if you sign up through Anchor. You can send us voicemails, and we will play them on this show. We are encouraging you guys to try that avenue. But as always, thank you for the listener questions. We got a bunch, so we got fuel for the fire again. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
All right, and now it's time for the audience head-to-head. So the audience head-to-head is, the segment where we ask you a question, and then you answer, and we tell you what you answered. It's very
we tell you what you did. You do all the work.
You do all the work. We do nothing.
We just confirm what you told us.
We just literally quote verbatim.
I'm not in agreement.
No. This episode's audience head-to-head is brought to you by Ultimate Gamer Pants. Is the pain in your ass a pain in the ass? Well, pain no more. With Ultimate Gamer Pants. Made with space-age polymers or whatever, these pants will cushion your cheeks and keep them cool.
Ooh.
That's right, they got fans in them.
Oh.
Oh, but what if I have to pee, I hear you saying? Won't that be hard? Of course not. These are Ultimate Gamer Pants, after all. No more will you need to pause your stream to let out your stream. These pants will recycle any liquids deposited into pure, delicious hydration.
No.
Which is accessible through a flexible tube that hangs over your shoulder. Just bite the tip. Just bite the tip and take a sip. Ultimate Gamer Pants. I'm gaming and I can't get up.
No, did they not QA this? What is that?
Using advanced Bear Grylls technology, we're able to
God, does it come in RGB?
turn your gamer fuel into piss and then back into gamer fuel. It's a non-stop
Absolutely.
cycle.
I feel like they partnered with
Jesus.
G Fuel for this one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. G Fuel, Feel
Unit?
my pants. Fill my pants with pee.
Stop.
So last episode we asked, or wait, what day is it?
You're still confused.
Anyway, we asked you to do us a solid and teach us how to try-finger butthole. We saw the message
Yeah.
all over Elden Ring, but didn't know how to do it. And thankfully, guys, we got some responses. Are you excited to finally try finger butthole?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I've been prepping for this for weeks.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm ready.
I'm ready to go. So Josh from Cast of the Past / Bed Elephant Gaming says, here you go. You need to go to the Queen's bedchambers. When you get there,
Oh.
you need to get on the bed and then quickly use 2 emotes in succession. One is the fetal position,
Yep.
and the second is the finger point emote.
Oh.
By doing this, you'll get the 7th hidden ending called the black hole ending.
Also known as the prostate exam ending.
Yeah, very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Okay, we'll have to try that out.
What we got is Hunter Bishop comes in with another option and says, what you need to do is very simple. You just need to try finger butthole.
Oh, okay. That's a
So-
very
okay.
Elden Ring answer.
So you just so you just do it. Hidden path ahead.
Yep.
Yeah.
You just try finger butthole.
Yeah.
Then we have
Get good. How do you
Yeah.
beat the game? Get good.
by beating the game.
By beating the game.
It's technically not wrong. We also got the Gaming Together podcast, who says, my character doesn't try. And then they posted a picture of their level 71 skeleton named Finger Butthole. I think they figured it out.
You have to become finger butthole.
You become finger butthole.
Yes.
It's the secret starting class.
Mm-hmm.
One does not try. One only fingers
And it
butthole.
makes sense because of the clash between the 2 fingers and the 3 fingers. You have to be the
right.
finger butthole.
Butthole, yeah.
It's the hidden third finger.
The hidden third finger.
It's
The way of
hidden.
the fist.
You got it.
Mhm. We also got Stork, who posted a GIF, or a GIF if you're wrong, that says, that's bait. I'm not sure exactly what they mean.
No, these are real questions. These are the burning
Oh.
questions that burn deep inside of us listeners. And you guys, we need your help.
Yep.
That's-
Absolutely.
That's just like the Elden Ring community.
Mm-hmm.
Just to sow seeds of doubt everywhere.
Mhm.
Yep.
Try jumping.
Try that
jumping.
comment was try jumping.
Yep. And then, of course, last but not least, we have the legendary Metroid Mike, who says, all of it. Very
All of
cryptic.
it.
That is
Very
the most
Elden Ring.
profound one.
How do you
All
try
of it.
finger butthole? All
I
of
can't wait for the Vadi video on that one.
Yep. It reminds me of I accidentally the whole thing.
Yeah.
All of it. All right, so that was our last listener question. We got another one for you for the audience
Forever.
head-to-head. For our next episode, we want to know, what we really, really, really want to know
Mm-hmm.
is which superhero would be the best at setting up a blind date? Out of all the
Wait.
superheroes.
Would be the
Which
best
would be
at
the
setting
best?
one up. Not
Setting one
going
up.
on a blind date,
Nah.
but setting up a blind date
Setting
for
up
you?
a blind date. For you, for anybody.
Oh.
I feel like
Yeah.
a softball pitch in here.
Which superhero? Well, you got to say why. You can't just be like Spider-Man. It's like, but why though?
Daredevil.
But why though?
But why though? Daredevil, did you just...
Daredevil.
Come on.
I'm taking it.
Come on.
It's a softball answer. I'm taking it. It's mine, guys. You guys can't have this. Daredevil.
Daredevil?
Because he's blind.
Aw, you punny bitch. What?
He just asked somebody out and he set up a blind date.
Wah, wah.
I'm jumping on the grenade, all right? You guys, you listeners, you interns need to be clever. I'm taking the low-hanging fruit.
Absolutely. So keep an eye out for the audience head-to-head. It'll be posted on all our social medias. You can reach out directly through Discord, through our email, wherever you want. Just tell us the answer.
Wherever.
What superhero would be best on a blind date?
That'll work.
Greetings, you enlightened buffoons! It is I, the Inquisitor, Condiment King!
Whoa,
What?
nice costume, Harold. Is that real mustard?
Indeed, I've come dressed as my favorite food-themed villain to gather signatures for our glorious and numerous NDAs as required for the, dare I say, miscalculated decision to bring you three back. This won't take but a few long, excruciating hours to complete. You're welcome to record it if you wish.
As riveting as that would be, can't we just skip all the forms just this once?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Skip.
Skip. Yeah.
Does this work?
Skip it.
You can't just skip filling out our sacred NDAs. It's the rules and required for your employment.
Ah, stop flailing your arms. You're getting ketchup in my eye. What the hell?
I mean, can't you just use the ones we filled out when we first got hired on? Oh, you say you want to use the ones you originally filled out, do you? I can't see how that would affect your employment at all. How marvelous. You know what? I have a staggeringly exceptional idea. How about a game for your signatures? Depending on the outcome, I may just not have you fill out any paperwork at all ever again. Oh, yes.
That's a great idea.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Dude. You know, that's actually pretty cool of you, Inquisitor. I never thought... What you got there? Oh, this? Don't you dare. Hi-ya! God damn it! Why are you always doing it?
Oh, come on.
Ugh, he agreed to it. Why are you keep putting Jake in a prison every time?
What even is that? It's like weird portal.
I have no idea. It's kind of my thing. After you three hit me in the head with a hammer in the labyrinth, I don't know.
Oh.
I need to get my rocks off somehow. Anyway, here's the game that I totally didn't write on a napkin at lunch 10 minutes ago.
Oh,
This
nice.
game is called, very simply, Food Puns. Anyway.
Oh.
I totally didn't rip this off of an NPR game that I hear on the weekends. Here's the rules. I'm going to give you an
NPR
example.
videos?
Indeed. Here's the rules. I'm going to give you a saying or a sentence, and you're going to guess the answer to what I'm talking about. Here's an easy softball one just to get you guys going, because I couldn't have you not playing now, could I? Anyway. What is the hero of Time's favorite breakfast meat? Obviously, since this is a pun game, the answer would be sausage links.
Oh, God. Okay.
Do you get it? Do you get it? You
Okay.
got to put the
Yeah.
two together
Here we go.
and make it
I
correct.
got it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm so ready for this.
I hate
Ew,
this.
pun. I love puns. I love puns. It's the ultimate form of humor, you know.
Yeah,
it
I was
doesn't
worried-
get any more highbrow than a pun.
That's right. I was worried that one was going to go right past.
Oh, I
Don't-
love it. I
Don't
love
encourage
it.
him, JB.
I'm getting mustard all over the place. I love it. Okay. Question? Saying? I don't know. Here's your first one. Wait a minute. Give me sound so I know who's talking to me.
I will do.
I'll do.
Indeed. Let's see how well that works out. Anyway. Saying question the first. When he's not beating back the legions of hell, this flame shirt-wearing diner denizen will take you on a one-way trip to Flavortown. JB.
That would be, what is Doom Guy Fieri?
Oh my god, you got it correct!
Oh, my God.
How wonderful!
I am the pun master.
1 point for JB. I think he's getting the hang of the game.
I hate this.
Question the second. Oh, how lovely. This tangy goodness is good for blasting evil robots 8 at a time, and also flavoring up your favorite sandwich.
Can you read the question again?
This tangy goodness is good for blasting evil robots 8 at a time, and also flavoring up your favorite sandwich.
8 at a time.
Robots.
8 evil robots.
8.
Sandwich. You there with the glasses.
Mustard Man?
Mustard Man from Randy Savage.
Jesus
like
Christ.
Mega Man, but Mustard Man?
Mustard. You don't get it at all, do
I
you?
don't know how this game works.
JB, do you want to take a crack at it?
I got nothing.
The correct answer, you buffoons, is Mega Mayonnaise.
Oh my
Mega
god!
Mayonnaise.
It was so close.
I was starting with mayo. I was like
You
mayo
were very
nasal.
close.
Mayo
You were
nasal.
indeed.
Yeah.
I do
Dang
think you
it.
get this a little more than you think. Next question. Step back and watch John grill up 117 of the juiciest steaks this side of the galaxy.
Ow.
JB.
Oh no, I was wrong. What is shepherd's pie?
That is incorrect.
Oh, that was a good answer for no question that was asked.
What?
Can-
Yeah.
Step back and watch as John grills up 117 of the juiciest steaks this side of the galaxy.
Okay. Here we go. Wait. I got it.
Uh-huh.
What is Grill Master Chief?
Oh my god, you got it correct!
Oh, it's so
get
good.
I
I knew it was space themed, and then I was
You're
like,
doing
wait,
it.
no.
You're doing it. You guys, this is lovely. So it's 1-1. Oh,
Yep.
a tight race.
Okay.
117
I
is not.
still hate the game.
117 is not in Mass Effect. That's a Halo.
It's totally Halo. Okay. Phrase saying question thingy the next. After saving the galaxy and bringing... Let me start that over. After saving the galaxy and banging every crew member on the Normandy, everyone's favorite Spectre on the Citadel likes to sit down to this meaty home-cooked meal. Ooh,
no.
that was cowboy first.
I don't know why this just came to me. Is it Shepherd's Pie? Commander Shepherd's Pie?
Oh, that is correct. It is indeed Commander Shepard's pie.
How did I get that? Oh no!
Oh my
Do I
God.
get points for like telling the future?
Absolutely not. You know how trivia games work.
Oh, you know what I did? I just Price is Right you, dude.
You
I just
did.
underbid you by $1.
Oh, I couldn't remember my sound. I could have done it so fast. Oh.
Get wrecked, scrub.
Don't we all love it when friends fight? Okay, next question. Who'd have thought that the most badass galactic bounty hunter to grace the cover of Nintendo Power magazine would eat Jersey Mike's on the reg? Who'd have thought that the most badass galactic bounty hunter cowboy?
What is Metroid Prime Rib?
I actually love that answer, but no, it's incorrect.
Oh, it's so good.
One more time. Who would have thought that the most badass galactic bounty hunter to grace the cover of Nintendo Power magazine would eat Jersey Mike's on the reg?
Oh my gosh, I'm so close.
Do you know what Jersey Mike's is?
Yeah.
It's a sandwich shop.
It's a
Yes.
sub sandwich. But I can't. I don't know. Boba feta cheese.
Boba Fettuccine.
I also love that. But no, it's incorrect. The correct answer is Sub Samus.
Oh, come on. Boba's a better bounty hunter.
He's not on Nintendo magazine.
He's not on Nintendo Power
sure he's-
magazine.
I'm sure he's been on there once.
Question the next. It's literally the only cheese that Steve eats in our dimension, and that makes him a total creeper. God, I wish he'd stop eating so many grilled cheese sandwiches.
Okay, Steve, Minecraft. What do we got from Minecraft? Can you read the question again?
It's literally the only cheese that Steve eats in our dimension that makes him a total creeper. God, I wish he'd stop eating so many grilled cheese sandwiches.
Oh, God. Okay, cheese.
There is an official cheese to grilled cheese sandwiches.
Gah.
Cowboy.
I mean, okay, the official cheese is oh my God!
Oh no, you got it! You got it!
Singles.
It's Minecraft singles.
Oh,
Dude,
you're a
you got
genius.
Oh my
You're a
God! Out of
genius.
nowhere, I was gonna say American cheese, and I was like,
I
no.
was too, and as soon as you said craft, I was like, oh,
Oh my God!
you're so good.
Ooh,
You deserve this. You deserve this.
I was about to just say a dumbass answer. Oh my God, that was a eureka.
That was so good.
I have one final question, but I don't think it matters because it is a 3-1 lead.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna ask it anyway. In an effort to make barbecues the best they can be, Wander and Argo have ventured off to defeat the 16 worst side dishes, starting with that cabbage-based monstrosity that literally no one ever loves, Cowboy.
Shadow of the Coastlaw.
Finish it.
What?
Finish it. Say it. You're so close.
Shadow of the Coastlossus.
Correct! Correct! You did it! Oh, marvelous! 4-1. I'm so happy that
Well
you guys
done.
actually got this. Well done.
I love this game, man. This is a great game.
I do have to say, your performance was exemplary.
I would agree.
I had a stroke. You did hit me with a hammer. Anyway, I don't think you guys have to do any paperwork ever again, and I don't see how that would affect you in any way.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be off.
I love when things happen that are good with absolutely no foreshadowing. I love it so much.
This won't have consequences.
No.
Okay.
We just heard it won't, so that's awesome.
By the way, that time cube thing, it should dissolve in a few minutes. But anyway, Inquisitor, Condiment Takeaway.
Nah, I got it.
Bye, Condiment King.
It's hammer time.
Hell yeah.
It still fucking stinks in
Hey.
there.
Ooh.
What pocket does he keep that in? God, I fucking hate that.
He's
I really
lucky
wish
that
he'd
I.
stop doing that.
He's lucky
Yeah.
I won, dude. I had this hammer ready for him again. I was gonna
I
give
don't-
him 2 lumps.
Why does he keep doing that? Like, you could have just played with us.
I don't know. I don't know why he does that.
Maybe you're too powerful.
Did he, like, invite you to his birthday party and you didn't go or something?
We didn't see you at his birthday party, actually.
What birthday party?
There it is.
Oh.
Oh.
That's it. Well, while we help Jake fill out a belated birthday card, let's go ahead and break for our sponsor. But when we return, get ready for a classic ass head-to-head showdown, baby.
Welcome to GameCorp is brought to you by Cosplay Heroes All Day Hot Bod Body Powder. How many times have you found yourself pulling at your nethers in public because your tight spandex supersuit is riding up so far you can see your butt smile? Cosplay Heroes All Day Hot Bod Body Powder may just be the solution you've been looking for. Perfect for an all-day spandex sesh, Cosplay Heroes All Day Hot Bod Body Powder will keep your delicates dry, refreshed, and rash-free, even after a full day's worth of back handsprings and awkward hand hover photos. Simply remove the entire cap off the bottle, batter yourself with enough powder to make the Colonel himself green with envy, squeeze into your favorite revealing spandex jumper, and seize the day like a champion. Welcome to GameCorp listeners can receive 10% off their first order of all-day hot bod body powder by using offer code BatterMeDaddy at checkout. Cosplay Heroes All-Day Hot Bod Body Powder. Live life to the driest.
In a world where video games clash for supremacy, two beloved franchises fight to the death for the fate of their video game dimension. This epic matchup between Marvel and DC will pit Marvel's new hotness versus DC's tried and true veteran in a battle for which game makes you feel like a superhero. And sorry, Spider-Man, you're sitting this one out. Will the ragtag anti-heroes from Guardians of the Galaxy argue their way to the title, or will Batman and Catwoman sneak up and choke you out with their ridiculously hot buzz? Take the title from the makers of Welcome to GameCorp, coming to a podcast near you. It's this episode's head-to-head showdown. Guardians of the Galaxy versus Batman Arkham City.
In the red corner, it's the oldies bumpin', alien humping, motley crew, I Am Groot action adventure game with more snappy dialogue than a beatnik poetry slam. In this game, you play as the incompetent slacker superhero Star-Lord on his lifelong journey to stop being poor. This game boasted a dynamic-ass story filled with non-stop jokes, wit, and banter between its crazy cast of emotional space outlaws. With a simple yet hectic combat system and immense comic book lore to geek out over, this game is sure to turn Batman into bat shit. It's Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Shut the fuck up, it's my game's turn. In the blue corner, we have a super detecting, always collecting tight leather, nighttime adventure, superhero game with more hot women than the aftermath of Pompeii. In this game, you'll play as Bruce Wayne, then Batman, then you'll bounce around between Batman and Catwoman as you try to uncover the secret behind the mysterious Protocol 10 and get out of a giant city-turned-prison. You'll experience an unbelievable music track, an engaging story, and an immersive world to explore and hero in. It's got a combat system that makes you feel like a badass and a cast of iconic characters that crank nostalgia up to 11. It's Batman Arkham City.
All right, gentlemen, the Office Code of Combat has officially been enacted, and these two games have no choice but to battle to the death to determine which game makes you feel like a superhero. The fate of their worlds are at stake, and two brave heroes have entered the ring to fight on their behalf. Danny DeVito's Wolverine will argue on behalf of Guardians of the Galaxy, and Naruto will argue for Batman Arkham City. The match will consist of 3 5-minute rounds centered on art, game design, and fun factor. The rules are simple. Keep the argument focused on the topic, or your opponent will call you out, and that's totes embarrassing. If it's a clean sweep, you take the win. If it's a 2-1 lead, the runner-up gets 1 minute to state their case before the final decision is cast. Are you ready?
Hell yeah, call me a brain bender, cause that went straight into my brain.
Hey, Danny DeVito is always ready. I'm always ready to be Wolverine. I'm ready.
And as we've always done this in time immemorial, I'm going to flip a coin to see who goes first. Call it in the air.
Danny DeVito chooses heads.
Heads it is. Danny DeVito's Wolverine will start us off with his 1-minute opening statement in the art category for why Guardians of the Galaxy
Hey,
is
Charlie,
the best in the world.
I'm a winner.
Your 1 minute starts now.
All right. As far as art goes, Guardians of the Galaxy has unmatched talent in the art department over Batman's Arkham City. The aesthetics are amazing. The story in this is epic. The music rocks your eardrums, and the sound design is incredible. The whole thing is ripped straight out of a comic book. The story is riveting from line 1 with no boring parts. I'm telling you, this game wins art hands down. Or hands up. Whichever's better.
With plenty of time to spare. All right, Naruto, your rebuttal.
All right, Guardians of the Galaxy is great in its own right, but you got to remember this is about which game makes you feel more like a superhero. And what is the most important thing for superheroes? Well, supervillains, of course. If you look at the enemy style, the art style of the enemies in Guardians of the Galaxy, what are they? Slimes? A lady with a hammer? Those aren't supervillains. Those are just people and animals and weird monsters. Like, that's not what superheroes fight. Superheroes fight villains. Joker, Riddler, Penguin. You know what I'm saying? Like Poison Ivy. These are the types of heroes you want to be fighting. Villains you want to be fighting, not a giant slime. You talked about the music in Guardians of the Galaxy. The music in Batman Arkham City is just unbelievable. When you come out onto the scene and you're overlooking the entire prison city, you feel so immersed. And that is something that Guardians of the Galaxy did not do well. I never once felt immersed in that game. I felt like I was in an interactive film, not like I was living in it.
Time. All right, gentlemen, your 5 minutes for the art category starts now.
All right, I'm jumping in. Let me just say, here's what matters when you're talking about superheroes. Where do they come from? Comic books. What's important to comic books? Colors, amazing explosions of all these different colors. What is Batman? I don't know. Shades of gray, shades of black. Maybe that's where they got the idea for that dumb film. I blame Batman. But when you feel like you're in a comic book because of all the colors of Guardians of the Galaxy, that makes you feel like a superhero.
That's nonsense because, yes, the Guardians of the Galaxy are a colorful cast of characters. That is true. So it kind of fits in that aspect. But Batman is all about the night. He lives at nighttime. There are so many heroes like the Punisher that deal with these shades of gray and black, and they don't necessarily deal with like hot pink like Guardians of the Galaxy would. And that doesn't make them less of a hero. In fact, I think it makes it more of a hero because it cuts out all of the fluff, all of the distractions. When you're playing Batman Arkham City, you feel like you're Batman and you have a singular focus, cleaning up your city.
While that may be heroic, that doesn't sound super. What that sounds like is depressing. Batman is a depressing hero in his art style. And you know what? He's great, and I love him. But he's not a superhero in my book. He's a true hero. He's a human hero. But he ain't super. And I think the art reflects that.
He's way more super than Peter Quill from Guardians of the Galaxy. 100%.
Well, let me say this. To be a true superhero, you need the extraordinary. You got to have like crazy stuff to look at. You got to feel like you're in a super ordinary world. And that's what Guardians of the Galaxy designed. Alien worlds, bustling cities full of interesting things. What's your city got? Trash and dirt. Trash and dirt.
Superheroes clean up things. If you have a pristine city, you don't need a superhero. That is one of the most important parts of Batman. He is in the nitty-gritty. He's a regular guy, yeah, but he's super. And something you didn't mention, both games kind of have this, is an extra vision sense, right? Mm-hmm. Peter Quill has a sort of helmet that he can put on, and he can see things that a normal human wouldn't see. You can call that super, but also it's just technology. If you go to Batman, he has his detective sense, which turns the whole world gray. You can see things you wouldn't be able to see. You can see through walls and things like that. So, and that some of it is technology, but a lot of it is because he's the world's greatest detective. It is a superpower in his own right. And I think this game showed more of what it would be like to live with an extra sense than what we got with Peter Quill.
Okay, well, hey, that's all graphics. Let's talk about some of the other stuff that matters. Voice acting, and Guardians of the Galaxy. All the voice actors are perfectly apted. The script is filled with A1 lines, top-tier delivery. People read comic books because they love the line delivery. And that makes you feel like a superhero when you got good jokes, good dynamics. What does Batman have? Batman growling and Mark Hamill's Joker. Literally hold together by that duct tape. Everything else is just thugs going, hey, I heard the Joker tied the hostages to the chemical plant. Yeah, it looks like you need some grappling hook to get in there. Oh, ho, ho.
That is patently absurd. When you're dealing with Guardians of the Galaxy, yes, you do have the amazing voice acting, which I think was great other than Peter Quill. I really didn't like his voice actor, but that doesn't matter. That's neither here or there. It was well delivered and it was good stuff, but it didn't make me feel like a superhero. It made me feel like I was watching a superhero. I never felt like I was in that story. I felt like the story was being presented to me. Whereas in Batman, all of the living, breathing world that you find yourself in, you go around a corner and you hear, somebody talking, being like, oh man, I hope like I can get out of here. I don't know why I'm here. Or you hear some bad guys being like, hey, I've seen the Batman. He was around here somewhere. And you feel like you're spying on them. You're looking around. You can hear the world. You can hear the helicopters. You can hear the fights, see the fights. And I think it was just a well-designed world where Guardians of the Galaxy is more of an on-rails comic book. And when I read a comic book, I don't feel like a superhero. I feel like I'm reading the story of a superhero.
I think you just argued for my point because feeling like you're in the comic book is better. But I digress. I'll make one last point, and that is recently with the Marvel Universe and all that, what's important? Music. Kick-ass tunes that not only rock, but do so much to make you feel like you are Star-Lord. They got all the licensed music. Did Batman have the ba-na-na-na-na-na? That's X-Men. What is it? Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Did Batman even have music? Can you think of any tracks?
Yes, Batman had music, and it was ambiance, like in the movies. It gives you that immersion, and the whole point of this battle is what makes you feel more like a superhero. And immersion is what makes you feel like a superhero. Batman got it in spades. Guardians of the Galaxy did not. But my last point I want to make is that they made the decision in the art to make the entire world and story outside of what is in the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This was a very huge double-edged sword because it allowed them to take these heroes that some people know and love, but most people know and love them from the movies themselves, and take them on a different adventure that you wouldn't be able to show on the big screen. And that was great. But at the same time, they felt like they weren't my heroes, not the ones that I know and love. Rocket was pretty much exactly the same, maybe a little bit more jarring, but everybody else just felt off. They were wrong. They weren't the same heroes that I know and love. They were not the hero. And that is why Guardians of the Galaxy doesn't make you feel like the hero, because it's just wrong. It feels like a weird, bizarro world of the heroes.
I'm going to jump in. Last little line, I'm going to sneak it in. Guardians of the Galaxy makes you kind of feel like an everyman, which makes him more identifiable. Batman, I would never be Batman. I would be killed day one trying to be Batman.
True, because he's a superhero. Case in point. Rest my case. Rest my case.
That's time. That's time. That's time. That's time. I honestly let it go over a little bit because I wanted to hear your last statements from both of you guys. So interesting. You guys both came out swinging with a lot of good points. I will say that one of you delved way more into what I would consider game design than I would consider art. There was a big offender there.
That was me. But you got to remember,
Game is art.
Game is art.
No, there's very clear specifics when it comes to art. I wanted to hear things about set designs, story, the actual narrative, music choices, things like that. And that was a whole lot of game design talk.
Fair.
JB, you did make a good point about the villains. Arkham City's villains kick ass. But Cowboy, you actually kept a little more on topic and talked things about music and how the game looked and things like that. And you did bring up its colorful cast of characters.
Oh, yeah.
Out of a technicality, I'm going to have to give art design to you, Cowboy. You take the point for art design. Technically, because the argument was just a little too all over the place. I gotta enact the rules. I gotta enact the rules. Okay, and
is this what you felt like last time?
Yep.
I feel like I was robbed.
Yeah, that's how it feels.
Keep on topic, baby. Keep on topic.
We take those TKOs, boy.
That was a lot. That was a lot of game design.
Well, how can you design a game without art? Like, it's part of the design. You a huge open world.
Stay focused.
What? I'm sorry if you don't understand it. You got to present your argument. You got to present your argument through the lens of art.
I did.
Through the lens of art.
I did.
He's out of order. This whole damn system's out of order.
Order. We need to decide which game's universe gets munched up for the portal.
We need to get you a gavel.
Yeah, I know. Up next.
Nonsense.
Up next, it's everyone's favorite because that's all you guys want to talk about. It's game design. Your 1 minute opening statement starts now, starting with you, JB.
I think it's no question that the Batman Arkham City has the lead on game design when it comes to feeling like a superhero. There are tons of events, there are tons of enemies, tons of different weapons and moves and actions you can do. There's tons of different ways to approach every situation you find yourself in. You can go in the front, you can knock everybody out, you can throw smoke pellets, you can jump up in the air and hide around, you can fly or glide, really, or you can go complete stealth, which I felt like such a badass doing so. I felt like I was the Batman, sneaking in, all quiet, like hearing the people in front of me, and I could take them out silently and deadly. Well, not deadly because he doesn't kill anybody. And also, there's just so many activities throughout the world. You have different phones you can answer. Villains trying to kill you. Villains trying to get you to make a difficult choice between saving the woman you love and also saving the entire city full of criminals. And what is more of a superhero conundrum than that? That is so quintessential to what it is to be a hero. The lives of many, even if they're evil, outweigh.
Cowboy, your 1 minute rebuttal starts now.
All right, so just contrary to his opening line, I'm going to be streamlined and smooth, just like the game design of Galaxy of the Guardians. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Smooth.
So streamlined and smooth. That's how I describe the design of this game. No nauseating Riddler trophies, no ridiculous challenge lists, no overpowered detective mode. It's got everything that Batman has, but simpler and more fun and more fresh. And there's a focus on character and dynamic stories between them, seeded into the gameplay, so that you don't feel like you're playing a game. You feel like you're experiencing what it's like to be a superhero. And that's my opening statement.
All right, gentlemen, keep it on topic. Your 5 minutes starts now.
JB smells like tuna.
No, I do not smell like tuna.
Oh,
that is
no objection. Pausing the timer. Objection. All right, JB, make fun of Cowboy.
Cowboy Smells like tuna.
Withdraw.
All right. Unpausing the timer and go.
I don't want to. So in Guardians of the Galaxy, you talked about being streamlined and feeling like an everyman, and that's the problem. You always feel relatively weak compared to the enemies. They're all bullet sponges, and just taking a few hits from just a random blob monster will knock you out, and you have to start over. But in Arkham City, you're jumping and punching and kicking all over the place. You're comboing all over the place. Enemies like the trash mobs, they stand no chance against you because you're Batman. I mean, why would they? Any superhero worth their salt is going to be able to beat Thug number 4 up. You know what I mean? But in Guardians of the Galaxy, you don't feel like that. You're always just on the edge.
But that's the problem. You've eliminated the identifiable component. So, like, nobody feels like Batman. Like, you might play as Batman, but you're like, oh, man, look at this. He is ridiculous. This isn't realistic. And the good part to feeling like a superhero and not just watching a superhero is you got to feel in it. And Guardians of the Galaxy is immersive. You live the experience. I mean, you're in first person in some of the scenes. Cut.
There's no cut. There's no cut in argument. There's no cut in argument.
Hold on. That was immensely incorrect, wasn't it?
Objection. It was, and you're wrong, and you should feel bad.
I don't know why I said that. Can we
3.5 minutes, gentlemen.
Don't do this to me.
No,
cut that.
go.
Cut that
3.5 minutes. Stop.
Oh my God, that's gonna be embarrassing.
You're losing this argument. Go.
It's you live in the experience and you take sides during the dialogue and you choose how to spend your time and money and focus. And it's an extremely polished game. All that stuff that you said isn't superhero action is the part that makes you feel like him. It's the thing that pulls you in. And with Batman, there's too much wire showing. It's too overpowered. It's too much. You're never going to identify with him. And that's just the point.
Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. You're saying, you're trying to act like the things that are negative against Guardians of the Galaxy are their strength. Oh, you don't feel super. That's why you feel like a superhero? Nonsense. That's just ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Also, let me talk about Guardians of the Galaxy in the way that it limits you. And you talk about streamlined. But Guardians of the Galaxy has invisible walls and impassable terrain all over the place. Gaps you can't get across. When we know for a fact that Peter Quill has rocket boots. He has rocket boots, yet he can't hop a 3-foot ledge? Are you kidding me? That shouldn't be a thing. Immersion absolutely broken.
Well, let's talk about the design. So Batman is a fucking clusterfuck. You turn on that Batman vision, what are you seeing? These trophies, these like unrealistic little puzzles. Like, who took the time to set up 3 question mark pads that you got to stand on? What real world is that?
It's not the real world. It's a super world. It's this world of superheroes. If you had a superhero that was like, oh yeah, my name's Jim, I get up and I go to my office job, and then every once in a while I call the cops. I'm a superhero. No,
the wires
that's realism.
Are showing so bad in Batman that you're reminded you're playing a game at every step of the way. Every step of the way, you're like, oh, here's my.
Are you confusing
lists.
Batman with Guardians of the Galaxy?
No, Guardians of the Galaxy is real. Like, you walk
it's an
through these
open world
environments
experience where you get to walk through and do whatever you want at any time, and there's no, but it's also streamlined.
Yes.
Nonsense.
You're making my
points.
It is
an on-rails game. You're just wrong.
Sometimes on rails is important. Superheroes' destinies are decided and they're on rails, but it's dynamic enough that those rails might switch. Batman, I mean, when's the last time Batman in the comics just swung around the city for 40 minutes for no reason collecting trophies?
Of course
Does that
not.
Make sense
but if
to you?
You were Batman, what would you do? You would swing around the city for 40 minutes because you're Batman. That's what Spider-Man does the first time he gets his powers. He swings around the city. Of course, that's what superheroes do. And when the fact that you can't do any of that in Guardians of the Galaxy, it ruins the experience. It breaks the immersion. You don't feel like a superhero. It's an action-adventure game. And not only is it an action-adventure game, it's not even a superhero game. It's Team Ordering Issue Simulator 2022. You just order your team to do other cool stuff while you shoot a guy. Like, that's not superhero.
That's how it goes. Superheroes are in movies and comics, and those plot along with like, oh, will this happen or won't that happen?
Yep.
Forked paths.
True.
I've never read a comic book with Batman where he's literally just like unlocking doors and gliding around on ice cubes. That's not. It's a kid in a sandbox. It's not a superhero experience.
You're missing the point. Being able to say, well, it feels like a comic book is not the same as saying it feels like I am a superhero. Those are completely different
That's where
things.
they come from.
Yes, Guardians of the Galaxy feels like a movie. It feels like a comic book, but it doesn't feel like I'm a superhero. Batman Arkham City puts you in the role of Superman. Or, Batman. And you feel like Batman.
Let's talk about...
All right, time. What a wonderful argument on both sides. Well, of course, I'm going to give this one to JB because he didn't try to cut the argument a whole bunch of times. So as another technicality,
I read
the point
the
goes
wrong words.
as the technicality because you tried to stop a do-over in a trial of combat.
Mm-hmm.
As a trial of combat,
Wait,
I mean,
pause. I'm in the safe zone.
You guys
but
are gonna let the wires of the show
no,
show.
JB hit one point in the notion of game design. The combat system is heads over heels better in every way than everything Guardians of the Galaxy provides. Is from a game design aspect. That's why you want it. Honestly, that's why you want it. The rest of it was you guys yelling about comic books. But I digress. The final one. This is 1-1. What a tight race. The final argument for tonight. The one that's always the most important because they're video games. It's the fun factor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Cowboy, you get to take us off with your 1-minute opening statement starting now.
All right. I knew the combat was going to take it on that one, and I have to concede he's got a lot of gadgets. But sure, it is fun to endlessly beat up thugs in Batman. Maybe for about 30 minutes. But Guardians of the Galaxy has fun in its damn DNA. It's got nonstop quips, jokes. It's got an uplifting mood, silly scenes. It's constantly trying to hype and cheer you up. Batman literally just wants to make you sad every second of it. Its main plot line is like about a terminal disease. I mean, Guardian of the Galaxy, its main plot is just being a kick-ass band of rogues in space. The combat in Guardians of the Galaxy is nonstop action. It's 5 heroes fighting crazy monsters and space cops at the same time, and sometimes you can't even follow it, which is what superheroes can do, is follow crazy stuff that we can't. Well, the cutscenes read like the coolest comic books, and they got all the fun bits and the dialogue and dynamics. And the game is basically a figurative fireworks show. It's just awesome to play. Batman is therapy and depression, the video game.
JB, your rebuttal starts now.
Superheroes are conflicted individuals, right? There are certain things that we would consider fun. And especially in a game representing their world, it would be considered fun. But it will not be as immersive. And you know what? You will not feel like a superhero if everything is just happy-go-lucky, crazy fun all the time. There has to be something darker, something underneath the surface. Because superheroes, they give all of themselves, every part of themselves. They don't have a life. They can't go out and have relationships and have friends. No, because they're out there every day grinding, making the world, their city, wherever, a safer place. And that is where Batman comes in spades. Everything in the game design, the art, is fun. It is fun. It is enjoyable because it makes you feel like Batman. It makes you feel like a superhero. Guardians of the Galaxy, on the other hand, is nothing like that. It feels like an on-the-rail experience, like you're reading a comic book, and it does not feel like a real situation that you could find yourself in as a superhero. And also, the combat was kind of boring. Just saying.
Time. Your 5 minutes starts now.
The combat is not boring. The combat is fun. It's got all these different synergies. And guess what? It also has other people to bounce off of. And all comic book stories and all superhero stories involve a team doing something together. Batman is alone. Batman is the saddest superhero that's ever existed. And that's not fun.
Batman's not alone. Robin, Nighthawk, Catwoman. Hello?
Yeah, where are they at? They don't call. They don't visit.
They do.
They barely do. Guardians of the Galaxy, you got your friends with you all the time. Your story revolves around them. And that's what makes you feel like a superhero. If you've ever known superheroes, it's actually the dynamics between the relationships. And pushing those relationships along and deciding where to go with them, that's fun. That makes you feel like a superhero in a fun way.
Where do you, like, there's a lot of relationship building in Guardians of the Galaxy? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It's managing you and the other superheroes. Oh, more superheroes?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, Gamora liked that. Yeah. Right. I feel like a superhero. Gamora liked that. That's ridiculous. The whole thing about being a superhero is being able to use their cool powers and their cool actions to get through this world and being able to approach it in the way you would if you were Batman or you were Peter Quill. Guardians of the Galaxy doesn't let you do that, which is fine. That's more of a game design perspective, so I will turn that back. Let's talk about the fun. Let's talk about combat. That is the most fun of Batman
combat.
Arkham City. It is the best. It feels simple. It feels fluid. It's great to watch. You click a button, you see this guy jump and flip and grab people, and it provides as much depth as you want. If you want to spec into combat and do some crazy hand-to-hand stuff, like you can do that. If you want to spec into gadgets, you can do that. Whatever Batman you want to be, you can be that Batman. You can be the one with shark repellent spray, or you can be the one with like the razors on his arm that cuts somebody in the face. You can do whatever you want.
Batman's combat, which should have a massive penalty for starting the whole press Y to counter every few seconds. I mean, basically every game is just counter, counter, counter. That's 90% of what you're pressing in Batman. Sure, it's got a few little tricks and stuff, but all you're going to be doing is mashing the Y button.
And X button.
Here and there, yes.
You punch, you counter. You can dodge.
It's got so much to do, but you ain't doing it.
You can do whatever you want. You don't have to, but you can.
Let's get away from the combat, because that's all Batman really has.
Oh, because it's so good.
You just endless amounts of combat over and over. Beat up random faceless thugs all the time. That makes me feel like a big, strong superhero.
Yeah.
Grow up. Anyways, in the city, when you have Star-Lord and you want to shoot your guns, but he can't shoot them in the city, you know what he does? He points his finger guns and goes pew, pew, pew.
If that's all you have, like, we should just end this battle now.
You
I just
know
won.
that is the
finger
funnest
guns.
thing.
That wins.
Is a metaphor for the entire thing. Is like, what happens in this game? Your guy goes pew, 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 pew at people. That's fucking fun. That makes you feel like Star-Lord. That's the superhero you want to feel like, and that's what it does. And it's just a metaphor for how much deeper it goes. And all the rest of the game is they focused on fun. Batman is not fun.
You find me 3 people who say Peter Quill shooting the finger guns made me feel like I was a superhero, and I will give you 3 liars.
It made you feel like Star-Lord, who is a superhero. That's all you need. We don't need to justify it, because he is a superhero, and that makes you feel like, fun. That's a fun thing to do. What word do you think of when you think of Batman? Do you think of the word fun? No.
Yes.
You think of serious. You think of, I am the knight. You think, why so serious? Why so serious?
Can Dark Souls be
fun?
Why
so serious? Because he's Batman.
Okay, this is just nonsense. You get to jump around, grappling hook from place to place. You have gadgets too. You can solve puzzles. If you really like solving puzzles, you can do that. If you really like combat, you can do that. It has fun for every single demographic of gamer. You can go in and you can play. If you just like experiencing a world, like Jake would love that, you just go and you feel the atmosphere. You engage in it. You immerse yourself into it, and you will have as much fun as you could have in a game.
It is an empty world that feels like VR missions planted all about that are unrealistic. And to me, that's not fun. That doesn't put me in the role of a superhero. Something constrained along events is fun to me, because that feels like a superhero. A superhero doesn't take breaks to search out Riddler trophies or check their accomplishment list. And that pulls you out. That's not fun. You want a constant, consistent narrative of fun superhero events. And that is what the AAA game of Galaxy of Gardens does.
If you think superheroes are all about consistent descriptions, then you're wrong. You've never read a comic book in your life, because the whole thing is like they go crazy. There's a comic book where Thor becomes a frog. So it's like, you can't say, well, it needs to be consistent, exactly the same every single time. No, that's not what superheroes are. The whole part about superheroes is they can be anything you want. You can see yourself in them. And Batman allows you to do that by letting you spec your upgrades the way that you want. If you want to play Catwoman...
Time.
That frog is in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Talia al Ghul. Talia al Ghul.
Point withdrawn.
Talia al Ghul.
Frog Narok.
Withdrawn.
Oh. Riveting argument on both sides. You guys both brought up a few points. There were a few points of contention, too, that didn't seem right. But
we got passionate.
Yeah, you guys did get passionate, and that's what we like to see here. And welcome to GameCorp. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be blunt. The winner of this round for fun factor is JB.
Hell yeah. Firm handshakes.
Boo.
Firm handshakes all around.
The points being, simply, you did hit the nail on the head. Combat is way more engaging and fun in Batman than it is in Guardians of the Galaxy. And if you can't have nonstop beat 'em up fun in a superhero game, what are we even doing here as far as fun factor goes? Cowboy, you did bring up a lot of good points, though, as far as like me. Personally, I had a ton of fun exploring those environments and talking to the crewmates and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But objectively, flying around as a Batman and beating up thugs for 3 hours straight. It's just more fun. It just is. So with that, we have a 2-1 lead. Cowboy, are you ready to take 1 minute to plead why Guardians of the Galaxy actually is the game that makes you feel most like a superhero?
Yeah, give me a second here to pull myself together. I didn't think I would lose, so I didn't write anything.
You didn't think you would lose? Why? Because you know that I like this game more?
No.
Because it's the game that I like?
No, I just assume that I'm such an amazing arguer. Okay, I'm going to just shoot from the hip and the heart. We'll see how it goes.
All right. For the fate of their video game dimension, your 1 minute starts now.
Okay, Jake, you love story-based games.
I do.
And this is right up your alley. Can you imagine what people are going to think if Jake chooses the lowbrow smash X button beat 'em up Batman? You have a reputation to uphold. You have to choose Guardians of the Galaxy to make sure everybody knows that your title of lore master is firm, is girthy, and intact. And
okay, time is up. That was patronizing.
Yeah, I'm desperate.
With that in mind, the winner of tonight's showdown is...
Batman Arkham City.
Hell yeah.
I am the knight. Where is
How
she?
could you?
Well, it was the obvious victor. There was no way Guardians was going to win.
You don't know that.
I
Don't
do
get
know
all-
that.
Don't get all
I
up
lied
and high
earlier
and
when I
mighty.
said I lied earlier when I said Guardians of the Galaxy. I didn't care. Like, if I argued for Guardians of the Galaxy, I still would have lost.
I just blew the second round. That's all that happened.
Batman just is right. Like, it just wins.
Honestly, in this case, I would say it is more representative of a game that makes you feel like Batman, because it is a night in the life of Batman.
Yep.
You have to deal with his menagerie of bad guys. You get to fly around this dirty-ass city. You have world-ending stakes to take care of all in one night. You get beat up. Your suit gets torn up. Like, you meet everybody in this game. Guardians of the Galaxy is an engaging, wonderful story, and I encourage people to actually play it because
Yes.
it is a cool game. Like,
Oh, it was so much fun.
I loved playing that game. However, it is the story you experience from the sidelines mostly because it does present everything to you. It is very on rails. You experience Guardians of the Galaxy. You don't play as Peter Quill.
Right.
Like, it's not representative of you getting to choose every decision and stuff.
There's not a huge focus on what makes him a superhero, but it's a very good tale. It's
Yeah,
probably
absolutely.
better than the Marvel movies, and the characters are better designed than the Marvel movies in my mind, and the dialogue. But does all that make you feel like a superhero? I think that's why I lost.
Yeah,
it was
the hard
that
part.
difficult.
Ultimately, yeah, that is why. And again, both of these are awesome games. Play
Oh,
them
yeah.
both because everybody loves them. And if you haven't played Guardians, play it. If you
Yeah.
like story-focused games, play it.
I am a huge Marvel nerd. Okay, like I have, I started out in high school. I was reading Spider-Man comics and all of the different Marvel sort of comics that I could get my hands on. I watched every single Marvel movie. I've seen every Marvel TV show, including the Netflix ones. Every episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Some seasons more than once. Like I've seen it all. Like I've seen it all. I love it. Every time something new comes out, I'm right there. I'm watching Moon Knight right now. Like everything I love.
Yeah, me too.
I love Marvel. And I loved Guardians of the Galaxy. This game, it was a really good representation. If you're expecting, what's his face from the movie?
Mario.
Yeah,
Mario.
Chris Pratt. If you're expecting Chris Pratt, you're not going to get it.
No.
But you'll get a more like comic book version of it. It's a different universe. Multiverse is in effect here.
They're all different, really.
But it's
Like,
enjoyable. It's such a great experience.
I think this Peter Quill is perfectly between the comics and the movie Chris Pratt. I think he sits right between the two. I think he's a great mix. I like him way better. I want to say, too, that as Cowboy and anybody like me, I didn't think I would be into this game since it's so story-focused, long-term goals and satisfaction-focused. But when I was playing it, I realized this game is what Jake must feel like when he plays Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, I got a lot of vibes from that. Here's a big thing, too, for all you Mass Effect nerds out there. The companion, like the team dialogue is constant. If you love an immersive team that really feels like they're alive and experiencing the world together, this game, I feel like, as far as like team banter, does it better than BioWare does.
And the thing was, it's so dry for me in Mass Effect that my attention doesn't get held and I don't care. This is perfect. It is basically a wet version, a super wet version of Mass Effect, where the lines are fun, they keep you interested, everything's lighthearted, you didn't get bogged down and boring like Shepard. Mass Effect's a little too dry for me, but and the scenes were so well acted. I mean, the emotions felt real, and I got surprising emotions out of Rocket, out of Gamora, out of Peter Quill, like scenes where I was like, "Holy shit, this feels real." This is like the voice actors took them to like more vulnerable places than the movies did. Even though they had sad scenes in the movie. I'm going to gush a little more. Their side characters, too, were so good. Mantis was way better.
Mantis was cool. Way better than the movie.
An actual character with dynamics. And so was big, strong dude. Help me out. Why is my brain? Drax. Drax was better.
Yes. The Drax in this game is better. He's more three-dimensional.
Yes, definitely, and which is how he is in the comics. In the comics, he's not a big literal dum-dum, not as much. So that was neat to see. I guess we're just giving consolation compliments to the game since it lost.
We are,
and
I disagree with like half of what you guys are saying, but I'm gonna let it slide.
But I got my trophy over here, so I don't need to.
With all that praise aside, are you ready to dump this into the tube and destroy the Guardians of the Galaxy gaming
Who's gonna
universe
guard the galaxy now?
Hey,
ever.
guys, remember, it's a multiverse. There's unlimited. Even in the game, there's unlimited options. So even though this game is gone, we can just grab another one.
We could just pour more G Fuel in the tube and hide this one like we did the last one.
Yeah, but I need that for later. I'm going to be tired.
Yeah. I mean, there's infinite amounts
just put
of them,
it on
so
the
it's
chute.
fine.
Here we go.
Okay, we're not saving this one. Adios, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Bye!
All right. With that universe destroyed, I think it's time to end the show. As always, I would like to thank Metroid Mike for the use of our theme song, I Can't Break, off of the album Heart of the Juggernaut. He's in Balefire now, doing chiptune goodness. Look all that stuff up. Buy all of his shit. Feed his baby. His baby hasn't eaten in 44 months. What are you guys doing? Also, thanks to Inky Danny for the artwork. As always.
Absolutely. And make sure that you reach out to us. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you know and think what you think. So send us messages in Discord, DM us, slide into those DMs on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Talk to Cowboy.
Talk to me.
Get on the Insta, talk to Jake, do whatever. Email us, snail mail, pigeon.
Don't you fucking
don't you damn do it. Welcome to GameCorp.com. Check it out. There's a website. There's some stuff on there that you can do. And just
go to the website. Check it out.
Just go to the website. Go do the thing.
I Cowboy. I Danny
Die?
DeVito.
Did you just tell him to die?
And
die.
Bye-bye, everybody.
I need you all to do one last thing. Die. I want to thank you all our listeners, all our interns, for listening, for reviewing. We got stars and stuff on Spotify. You guys support us on Twitter. We appreciate you guys so much. I would love to have you guys help make the show more. And you can do that, like they said. Submit your questions. Do a voicemail. Be brave. You're listening right now. Scroll down. Do a voicemail. Be silly. Troll us. We don't care. Be a part of the show, because the show is nothing without you guys. We need you because we're out of ideas. Just kidding. We appreciate you guys so much. If you guys want to interact with us more live, because this is a recording, check us out on Twitch. We are on Twitch TV. We're going to be jumping back into the schedule, trying to do more fun stuff. We had great streams in the past couple of weeks. People are turning out. All our listeners and attendees are hilarious. So if you drop by, you're going to laugh and have a good time. We also have our Discord launching. We're getting channels in. We're moving stuff up. Just search around. You know, it's the internet. Click links until you find something that says Discord and jump on in. Join us. Join the discussion. And just check out our social medias and get in contact with us and be a part of the show. And then I need you to do one thing. That's so much, but I just need one last thing. I need y'all to get the fuck out of here. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Or morning. That's my line.
You took all 3 lines.
I never get to say that. All right, guys, have a good night. Oh, God, what did I do? I sent the game sold down instead of up. Why did I do that? Do I need to keep it a secret? I don't even know. I don't know where the game sold goes when it goes down. Oh, what do I do? What did we send up last time? G Fuel, JB's desk. Okay. Yeah, yes, I can. Okay, I'm putting it in. And here we go. All right, we didn't get in trouble last time for that, so it's probably going to work out. Why did I do that? Okay. No one will know. Everything's cool. Everything. Hey, intern. I didn't see you there. You're cool, right? I mean, you didn't say anything last time. You won't say anything this time, right? Yeah? Okay. Cool. I'm gonna get out of here. Oh, God, what do? I don't know what to do. Okay, bye.